dun 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 game talk dun 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 game talk dun 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 dun. I can't even do this anymore. Oh my god.
Okay, well, welcome to GameTalk. How that was
episode 5.
Episode 5, I think.
So far, we got so far.
It tried
but in
so
the
hard.
end, it tried so hard. Yeah,
Didn't
but
even
in the end, it just didn't even matter.
Guess what so today what we're going to be talking about is
we're actually going to go through a list of these different gaming topics as there's not really a big gaming topic coming up right now that we can think of. So we just got a list of different topics here to choose from. And our first one's going to...
Actually, truth be told, let's talk about the PayPay crash recently.
No, shut up.
The inflation and the PayPay crash. Everyone knows that recently, sadly, the PayPay market has crashed. And
I cry every time.
And I have to be honest, I'm crying right now that the PayPays are down. How am I going to pay for my college? I had everything in PayPays.
That was a very poor investment. I'm really not feeling any guilt for you or sympathy.
Sympathy for
sympathy.
Whatever. I really didn't expect the PayPay crash.
So cheating in single player games is not a very touchy subject because it's usually either one side or the other, and
I'm pro cheating in single player games.
It depends on the game.
No, every game.
If it's an old game, there's no point. If you've beaten the game, you can cheat in it.
No, that's
if
stupid.
you haven't, don't cheat unless you're really stuck and you want to look up a walkthrough.
Yeah, but don't cheat, and it doesn't matter. You shouldn't cheat, maybe, but usually it makes the game more fun if you do cheat.
No, it doesn't.
Yes, it does.
It ruins the whole challenge of the game.
That's not what makes a game, at least for me. I know, for me, making a game challenging doesn't make it more fun.
You're losing like those tense moments where you're like at 1 HP. You're battling to stay alive. You kill the final boss, and boom, you're like, I'm the boss. Legitimacy.
Killing the final boss, like, legitimately when I have one thing of life and I barely scrape through beating him, that's really boring. What's really fun is being super OP, circling around the boss, flying, shooting missiles at him where he can't hit you. That's fun.
But let's say like someone asks you hey, did you beat that new game?
Yes, I did beat it.
I cheated through the whole game.
I would never tell anybody I cheated.
I'm perfectly fine cheating in the game if you've already beaten it. I can do a first run playthrough and you can go in and put all the cheats you want if you beat it already.
I think you should. A game that handled cheating very well was the Stanley Parable. If you turned on SV Cheats, it would send you into a room. It says, why are you... Have you seen that?
No.
No, if you type in SV Cheats, it'll send you into a separate part, and it'll scold you for cheating. And then if you try typing in no clip, it'll send you back there, and it'll scold you for cheating a second time, and you have to shut the game down and restart it up again in order to play it again. Yeah.
No, I mean, I think you gotta have some legitimacy. You're kind of just no clip cheat through the whole game. What's the fun in that?
Well, you can do whatever you want if it's a single player game. Personally, I think it's fun. He doesn't think it's fun. We have very differing opinions on this. What's up with some RPGs providing a pre-order bribe? Well, guess what? I don't care about that. Horror themes.
Let's see.
Is it enough for free to play to be fair? What does that mean, Ben?
So I think he's talking about free to play games Oh no, I have no. I try to think. 30 FPS, 60 FPS. How can it affect skill level? I think that affects skill level because 30 FPS is near cancerous.
Well, it seems near cancerous for someone who's at 60 FPS. It really shouldn't matter because your eyes only see images at about 26 or 25
Lies.
frames per
That's
second.
such a bullshit.
No. You can tell, which is weird because you shouldn't be able to.
Yeah, you tell. Being console fanboys will tell you 30 FPS is more cinematic. But that's bullshit. I mean, 1080p is better than 920p or 720p.
Well, that depends on what game you're talking about.
What do you mean?
Some games are going for
Well, if you're going for a retro pixel feel, then
yeah, go by 1x1p. I'm gonna make a game tonight. I'm gonna go home and I'm gonna make a 1x1 game. A 1x1 pixel game, and you're gonna have to figure out how to play it.
No.
Yeah.
It's me like one little like dot just jumping.
Yes, it's just a dot, and you have to figure out some way to play the game. You have to figure out what you have to figure out what you have to do to play it.
Okay.
It'll take me like 20 minutes to make, unless I make it complicated. And people are gonna be like, "What do I do?" And then you'll do something, and it'll change color, and you'll be like, "What did I do?" Oh, it'll be great.
Let's see. Violence in video games, good or bad?
Well, let's see. Violence in video games actually causes people to do violent things. Like all of the school shootings that have happened recently.
I'm pretty
Did
sure
you know that all
ISIS
of those
was
people
inspired by violence in video games.
Did you know that
man?
everyone in ISIS has played video games? Yeah, I know, right? Did you know that every violent person since like the beginning of time has played some sort of game, like even before video games?
It's so true.
Some of them played cards or board games. I think we should just ban all of that because when you just look at the data, it just points to games in general. Can't have that.
No, if you actually think like that, you're a retard.
Yeah, no.
Don't even.
Well, if you do actually think
also,
like that.
there's a big topic like, let's say like the big violent video game and people getting really pissed over their kids playing it. There's a label on the back that says 17 and up if it's rated mature, rated by the ISRB.
ESRB.
ESRB, same thing. Shut up.
Okay.
I mean, so like, there shouldn't have the game in the first place. It's your fault. There's no reason they should have.
If you do think like that, like I understand where you're coming from, right? Like, games are marketed towards kids, no matter how like insane they are. Well, now they're starting to be marketed towards an adults because the generation that grew up playing video games are starting to grow up, and they still want to play video games. But generally, you just subconsciously associate video games with childhood, right? So if like banning GTA, while I don't believe in it, I understand what you're doing. I'm just saying that you should probably not ban GTA.
That's a bad.
Like especially like that Target thing in Australia. I mean, Target's a private company; they can do what they want. I'm just saying that probably not the best thing.
Yeah, it's stupid. Wait, here's a topic I want to talk about is the new update, the new Nintendo Direct. They got like all these new Super Mario Kart DLC stuff, Smash characters announced for Amiibos.
Oh, and you can now fill out a ballot and choose which characters you want to be in the new Smash Bros.
Let me look up Nintendo Direct. Pick a topic here.
Okay.
Pick a topic.
Let me pick one. You know, what are your thoughts on game cover art? How about that? Well, recently, game cover art has been kind of minimalist because a lot of games being bought or downloaded instead of like gone to a store and purchased. Well, maybe it's like 50-50, maybe it's 60-50. It's a lot easier to download a game. And that's the same with music. You've noticed a huge minimalist, upcoming in album covers. Like album covers aren't as colorful, vibrant. They're not meant to catch your eye anymore. They're just meant to complement the music, which could be a good thing, could be a bad thing. But the same thing's happening with games. It went from you going to the store and you need something to catch your eye and be like, oh man, I want that game, to now the contents of the game or the contents of the music. Because you can now, instead of just assuming, oh, this album looks nice, I bet you the music will be nice. You normally would have like a thing, but sometimes you would have to, now you can just listen to it on the fly and say, I like it, I don't like it. Or you can watch a video and be like, or you can watch a demo of the game on the Steam page and be like, I like it, I don't like it. In fact, the Steam page rarely shows the cover art as the first thing.
Yeah, well, talking about your like the music albums. This is by Lupe Fiasco. Look at his album. It's just
that was jarring. Sorry if that mixed it up. So Lupe?
Going back onto your music thing by Lupe Fiasco, I think his name is. But this is his album cover. It's just a black screen.
Yeah,
black.
I'll put it on screen. It's a black square. Okay, that was probably also jarring too.
Yeah, so I got the Nintendo Direct up, so we got The new amiibo lineup includes Dr. Mario, Zero Suit Samus, Splatoon Inklings, and more, including I believe it's Pac-Man, Greninja, and some other ones I totally forgot.
We just completely switched topics there. Sorry.
Yeah.
We were talking about the minimalist art and then it just stopped, and now we're talking about amiibos.
Charizard, Wario, Jigglypuff, Robin, Ducino, I don't really know how to pronounce that, Ness, and Dark Pit, Polita, and it's coming out, Ganondorf, Olimar, all those guys coming out.
Okay, I'm still on the topic. I need to finish this off. You can't just end it right there.
Well, you did.
No, I didn't. Because you were like, and it sucks. And that's not how I feel.
Well, you've been on like a 3-minute rant.
Just, so the minimalist art isn't bad. It's certainly not bad. It lets people focus more on the music, spend more money on the music than the actual art on the album. But that's also not what we're talking about. We're talking about games. And I don't really mind that the games, I mean, they all look the same. Like, think about it. Dust, like, in every single, first-person shooter, there's been dust, person staring towards the camera, a lens flare, all of those stuff that you see in almost every first-person shooter, front things.
Usually an explosion in the background.
Yeah, there's barely, any, style, different aesthetic for those AAA games, except for GTA. GTA has its own, dollar bill cartoony aesthetic, which I really, really like.
It's usually gameplay. That's what they want to show.
Yeah.
That or the graphics.
And rarely do they show any of those. Okay, now we get to talk about what you want to do.
So there's I mentioned all the amiibos. There's Splatoon and Woolly World that have been fully announced for the Wii U coming up soon. There's the Mario Kart 8 getting 200cc and a free update. And the Animal Crossing update got pushed up closer, so he's gonna get the 2 new circuits, the 3 new characters, and some new cart upgrades. Cart upgrades. And Ness, I think, was announced for Super Smash Bros. Not Ness, Lucas.
I miss him.
Yeah, I think they announced him for.
Oh, did you do that ballot thing where you can choose the next Smash character?
No, but all I wanted was Pac-Man. That's the one next level. I wanted Pac-Man, Sonic, and Mega Man, and I have Sonic and Mega Man.
What video game character do I want? I want to see, darn, I never actually thought of this. I want to see the Just Cause 2 guy from Just Cause 2.
They're not going to get Just Cause 2.
Hey, you never know. They said any video game character would you like to see in...
Anyone that's going to appear on the Wii U.
Yeah, so Just Cause 2 guy.
It's not going to be on the Wii U.
Rico, there we go.
It's not going to go on the Wii U.
Oh, you just don't have any faith. If enough people want it, it'll happen.
No one... The Wii U is not the system for it.
It's not the system for it.
Like,
it's just a character.
Yeah, so they're not gonna have they didn't put any of the major new FPSs on there because it will just won't work on the Wii U. But you can get characters
they put Solid Snake on the last one.
Well, the last one from when the Wii U got was made. Well, yeah, because of the Wii, but this is different.
No, it's not different at all.
This is harder to program for. It costs so much more money.
Hold on.
Harder program.
You're telling me that this is harder to program
than a PS4 and an Xbox One. Because you have to sync this thing with that.
Well, hold on, no. Have you seen the API for the
PS4 is hard to program for, but
they have pre-built-in libraries for communicating.
No, but Ubisoft not making any more games for the Wii U, just because limited people want it. And it's harder to program than...
It's not harder to program. Okay.
It is.
Maybe a little bit harder than the Xbox, whatever.
And the PS4, because this is not easy to program for.
Do you have... You are speaking from a position of ignorance, Ben. You have no idea what you're talking about.
Even a logical person can just look at it and see how much harder. It's a whole different connection.
No,
it's
but
not
you're
a normal controller.
Number one, when you're making games, you don't have to say, oh, this controller... this moves it this way. You do, but you don't have to program the key bindings.
No, you don't program the key bindings.
There's libraries. Basically, you say, I want this image to appear on this, and when this gets triggered, I want this action to be triggered.
Yeah, but the graphical quality is completely lower than a PS4.
So you put a sprite map on there or whatever, and you put a like an atlas or whatever on there, and you put like the entire 3D graphics on the system. This what? Okay,
it's not gonna come on the Wii U. I know
you
that.
send a sprite. You send a sprite.
Sure. It's not coming on the Wii U.
You send a sprite atlas here, and then you spend whatever you want over there. And okay, that's maybe not how it works. So they'll just communicate simultaneously. I have no idea how the Wii U works, but I know it's not as hard to program for as you might think.
Well, it's harder than the other consoles.
Probably, maybe.
That's what my argument was.
No, your argument was this is very hard to program.
Harder than the Xbox One and the PS4.
No.
If you go back, you'll see I said the Xbox One and the PS4.
You know what? I will go back and I'll replay it. This is harder to program.
And what I want to see is Rayman. I want the Rayman amiibo, and I want Rayman in Smash, and I want them in there, man.
I don't care for Rayman. I'm fine with actually all the characters so far.
Yeah.
You know, pretty fine.
They're pretty cool.
Actually, if you could just have Super Smash Bros. Remove all the characters except Sonic and Knuckles and Amy.
Knuckles isn't even.
And
okay.
My favorite character, Styx.
Yeah.
Styx is God. Styx is love. Styx is life.
Okay. What?
What?
Okay. Oh, that was.
Okay, I think that's enough with Mario Kart. Let's move on to looking at a list. So you know,
Yeah.
what exactly do game designers balance their games? What's wrong with point and click movement in combat?
Because it's boring and it sucks. And
Well-
there's so many better games that you can do than point and click. That's a Flash game.
Point and click.
Point and click, yeah.
Have you played what game is it? The one with the two kids, the one who's in space, and the I'm trying to be as spoiler free as possible. The one who's in space and the one who's like on the beach.
No.
Wait, you know the point and click game from Double Fine, I think Double Fine.
Probably. Yeah. If I see like a screenshot.
You know, I
or
think it's
picture of
called
that.
like Dual something. Double Fine. Here, let me look it up. Double
Yeah,
Fine.
I just don't think they're fun to play. I mean, that's why it has a bad reputation, because there's little to no interaction. You got like little to no interaction with the environment. You can't move.
Broken Age. Amazing point and click game. Really, really good.
Yeah. It's-
Like, they revitalized point and click, and they did it so well. That game was beautiful. That game was an amazing point and click game. And they're never going to come out with part 2. And I'm super annoyed because they cut off at a cliffhanger, and one got... oh, God, never mind.
Why are developers so adverse to making a slow-paced FPS?
Well,
Because of Call of Duty and how fast-paced it is. No one wants to take the time to go slowly through a game, go like through like the old style of FPS where you have to like find your way.
Oh, okay. Just looked up the definition for adverse.
I was talking about it. You could have just probably like learned what I was.
Yeah,
talking.
but you it could have meant like totally awesome, and you probably wouldn't have known either.
No,
I'm a horrible person, but you know.
I was talking about like how Call of Duty has given people this mindset that speed. They just want you like quick goes. You know, just it's not like this fast-paced action. You're going right into the action no matter what. Not like we got like games like I guess multiplayer games like Counter-Strike is a little more slower-paced FPS.
That's not slow-paced.
It's not slow-paced, but it's slower
Hold on.
pace. Slower than in Call of Duty.
Modern developers are so adverse to making those slow-paced FPS for the same reason that Sesame Street is so adverse to making slow Sesame Street. Have you seen the Sesame Street from the 70s when they like released all of those videos?
You're talking about like how
No.
companies don't want to make slow-paced games.
No,
That's
yes.
the question. They don't want to make slow-paced games because there's this
Hold
whole
on,
hype.
I understand.
Always want to get in the action.
Let me get to my point. So a while ago, Sesame Street released their like first 100 episodes or something. I don't remember. And I watched the first one, and they had a 15-minute thing on cows. It's like cow. Doodle doodle. It does this, and then you'll be like, oh, after like 2 minutes, okay, my cow thing is over because this cow thing has been going on for way too long. And cows, and then cows and cows and more cows and 15 minutes of cows, and it drives you mad. You're just like, there can't be this much stuff how could this hold anyone's interest? And it's this change, because now Sesame Street, if they had a thing on cows, the cow thing would last for like a minute, like cows, do-do-do, do-do-do, and then it would close, and then it would be done, right? Cows.
Wait, so here's what. Going back to another older Game Talk episode,
Oh my gosh.
we're gonna talk about like how we talked about the Order 1886, which is a slower paced game, but it was a short game. And as right as you go, should check that out. But it was, and there's still games that do that slower paced thing.
Yeah, but they do it poorly.
Yeah,
If they do
like,
it.
there's no games where you get like games like Doom or older FPSs, which I kind of like, where you have to like go and like find secret areas. There's no like secret areas to find in games anymore unless you play like a Wolfenstein New Order or Shadow Warrior. Those are the only two that really have done it recently. Hopefully the
Shadow
new-
Warrior?
Shadow
Oh,
Warrior.
yeah, all those
We've-
secret areas.
which we played on our channel.
Yes, only for like a little bit, because it got really boring.
I
and-
like the game. It's good.
I
Check
didn't
it out,
like
play
it. It wasn't that good.
Well, because you didn't play the game.
Well, I was watching you play it, and I was very bored.
I know. I was getting headshots
It's
for days.
demons and demons and more demons, and you're just like, holy crap. And then that guy, that really snarky person who's just talking in your head, and you're like, what's happening? What's happening?
It's a pretty good game.
Uh,
So, but like I don't like this Call of Duty type game where you're just getting forced into the action right away. You're just gonna. There's no like breaks. You don't have to like do like a section where you have to like you have to like find secret areas, find it, use like a maze, find your way around. The games now are like straight lines, cutscene, straight line, cutscene, straight line, cutscene, stealth section, cutscene. I hate stealth sections in games and QTAs.
How stealth is so fun.
I hate them. I hate it.
Why,
It's
you
like-
just want to go in guns blazing?
I want to go guns and blazing like an old fashioned FPS where you go boom, 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 like your big minigun. Like I like the games where you get like 6 different guns in your inventory at once, not just 2.
Oh, that was just a Bioshock thing, which is a pretty...
No, well, Wolfenstein does it too.
Wolfenstein only has
Wolfenstein,
2
you can
guns.
double wheel shotguns and have double wheel AKs and
Yeah,
a
but
giant machine gun on your back.
Wolfenstein was an exceptionally boring game.
That's a great game. That was the best FPS of 2014. But you didn't play, so you don't have a say.
Hold on, I watched a complete playthrough.
It doesn't matter if you're playing through it.
Yes, because that's all
Watching
I
a
care.
playthrough.
Yes, because if it's a linear game, then all I need to do is watch a playthrough.
It's the gameplay
This-
that makes it fun.
Yes, and I watched the gameplay, and
the
it was boring.
story was pretty fun too. I love the game.
No,
Total
it was-
Biscuit did a good thing on that. I like that. You should check him out. What's it else? So there's these games. They're striving from the old mentality of like you would have an old FPS map where you got like these tons of pathways and tons of different ways to explore, and like find secret areas that can like give you advantages, and
Hold
also
on, are you just saying like a map? Sorry, a maze?
Yeah,
You're just saying that games should be like
Oh,
a
not-
maze that you have to explore, and you have to shoot through it. That sounds like an open world game, or like a pseudo open world game.
Nah, I'm not talking about open world, but like, you know, like a Doom type game where you have to like have those multiple you have to if you know Doom, you know what I'm talking about.
There's plenty of games like that.
Like what?
I can't think of one, but I
Exactly.
could show you one maybe.
There's not many.
There's not many, but
Very minimal now.
do.
Also,
Okay, fine. Iron Soul.
That's
There
an
we go.
awful game.
It's an awful game, but wait. Evil.
I don't know what that is.
No, remember in the title
Oh,
thing, this
yeah,
guy
yeah.
was mispronouncing everything, and you totally ignored all of it, and I was like, Ben, and you just, like, it went phew over your head, and you were just like not listening to how he pronounced Evil. The Evil forces.
Well, then again, there's also things in the games like regenerating health, which I think is kind of stupid. There's no like health packs in many games anymore.
Yeah, but regenerating health kind of...
Like regenerating health is just like I don't know. You don't get like the panic moment of 1 HP like we were talking about with the first topic. Like I like of challenging. I mean, I don't mind. What's it called? What's the other one? Like you have to stop in like the Far Cry 4 killing technique.
Oh,
I don't like that as much because it's really, really, really slow, and when you don't have a syringe, which on my Steam review I wrote about.
You really point that out a lot.
Yeah, I like the.
And
But like regenerating health is like, oh, I got shot 6 times. Let me just stand behind a corner. Oh, I'm okay.
But
It's not.
but health packs.
I guess. I mean, but you.
What are you gonna do? That's like then you can't regenerate health until you pick up your next health pack.
Yeah, it's the challenge.
Who wants? Okay, a lot of people want.
Lot
that.
of people
I
want
don't want that. I want the easy peasy lemon squeezy type thing.
You're like a freaking like cheater, man. You cheat in your fucking single player.
No. I cheat in my single player. I try and cheat in my multiplayer. No, okay, that's not true. I try not to cheat in multiplayer, but I do cheat a lot in single player because I find it very fun, and that's what games are for. Am I right? And then I'm gonna get a ton of hate saying, "No, you did it wrong, Kyle. That's not what games are for."
They're not. Fine, we'll go through one more topic.
Do we truly like lengthy open world games, or just the choices and personalization they provide? Good question. I love being able to do whatever I want to do.
I think it depends on the open world game.
I don't care if there are no missions. I just like exploring.
Yeah, I like the exploring part. I don't like doing missions. I always usually like on the secondary missions. I always like not do like the side missions. I would just get the main story and like explore because it's just not as fun. I don't know. I'm more of a linear guy. I like the linear type of games.
Hate linear games. Hate them
But
so much.
there's a thing where if I get to, like, I love to like drive around open big maps and like explore. That's what I like to do. But if you're talking like an open world like of a Battlefield,
Aye.
like Battlefield where you got like this open field FPS, you have to like take the long distance to get there. You don't like have like the drive along experience to explore the area. You're just like constantly just bombarded. That's not something a game I like. But when it comes to like a GTA, I like GTA. I like Saints Row.
Oh yeah, it's nice.
Just Cause is pretty fun.
And
It's Far Cry, you know.
honestly, if you could just give me a game and say, okay, here's a bunch of cool stuff, here's a bunch of things, blow stuff up and explore, that's the game I like. These weird power fantasy games where you really can't lose, those are the best. Like GTA, for example, where it's literally like insane fun, do whatever you want kind of thing.
Yeah.
Like steal a plane and fly it into a tower and then jump off and land on your friend's car.
And then drive away into the sunset.
And then do it again.
Well, that looks like that's all the time we have.
Whoa. You did the intro.
Did
So
I do
guess
the intro?
Yes, you did. Remember the beatboxing thing?
I thought I was the bomb in that beatbox.
You totally were. So, anyway, since Ben was talking about his review, I think I should point something out. So, if you want to download a balloon popping app, well, this is an app I made on the App Store, and you can check it out by clicking that link right there.
Only in the ice.
Only on iOS, you know.
And you have to have the most recent update.
Hey, most people do. Whatever. Last time I just ended it in the middle of a sentence, but this time I think I can do an actual outro. So, have a wonderful day, or night, depending on, like, what time of day it is where you are, and we'll see you next time.
You know what they say about dinosaurs?
Do you always have...
They're extinct!
No, do you always have to have the last word? No, I'm getting the last word this time. We're done.
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 Awkward noises in the background.
Done. Ah!